Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. If you're not new, thanks for tuning in again. But I'm back today with another nail tutorial, y'all. So right here in these clips in the beginning, I'm just showing you guys like small pieces of the process before I started recording, because I didn't film like my prep process or my application or my shaping. This was basically just supposed to be a design tutorial. So I was showing you guys in my last nail tutorial, it was a French tip, but it was on short nails. So today's video is French tip but on longer length, and I'm also going to show you guys how I did this heart design that my client had requested. So in the beginning of this clip, I just showed you guys what polish, what brand I was using. I'm using iGel Beauty. It's a black color, it's Midnight or something, but I showed you guys. I can't really remember the name. So when I do French tip, I always use the longest length liner brush that I can find. That just makes it easier and helps you get straighter lines. So to do my French tips on longer nails, I make a line on each side of the nail, basically filling the corners and everything. I go in, just make sure that it's smooth, it's not too thick on the edges, because that is how you'll mess up your shape. But like I said, I go in on each side, as you can see here. So then I'm going to just take my brush and start from the top of the first line that I made and just make the first part of my French and curve it towards the middle halfway. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but you guys can see. And then I do the same thing on the other side, just connecting it here. Like I said, both of the sides are going to meet in the middle so that I can just curve it in together. And I might go back in if I feel like it's not rounded good enough. In my opinion, I just go back and make sure it's even on each side. Make sure one side is not closer than the other, you know. And then I go in with the brush from the bottle. Sometimes I used to not do this, y'all, because I would always mess up my French by either slipping up and messing up the line or whatever. But I started doing it whenever I do like long nails, just because it cuts down on time. But if I'm doing short nails like you guys saw in my last tutorial, then I don't really worry about going in with the bigger brush. I just fill it in with the liner brush. So guys, the next thing I'm doing, I'm just going back with the liner brush just to make sure that all my corners are painted. This is just to make sure that your work is always neat. You know, you don't want half the nail to be painted, this corner's not done, and that just makes it look, you know, not professional in my opinion. So just make sure you go back and check and make sure that everything is even, there's no streaks, one side of French is not darker than the other. Just make sure that you're taking I have to paint in real time just so you guys can continue to see my technique. I do all the fingers the same, and you can also kind of get an estimate of how long it takes me to do my painted French. Pretty much all my sets, when my clients ask for French tip, I do painted French. I feel like it looks to me, my acrylic French aren't as sharp in my opinion, or they just not as, I don't know. I prefer to do hand painted French, and I'm faster with hand painted French as well. So unless somebody came in and was like, I want all acrylic French, then I would do it. But otherwise, I'm going to do hand painted. But you guys can kind of see about how long, this is not sped up or anything, about how long it takes me to draw it and get through a hand. Okay, guys, so now you see the whole hand is done. I'm just showing you guys what color I went in for the pink, if anybody was wondering. It's a D&D brand polish this time. So for the heart design, all you're going to need is a dotting tool, and you can use the exact same liner brush that you did to paint your French. So just clean it off, and you can use that same brush. All I'm going to do for this design is I'm gonna make 2 dots. So I'm gonna try to zoom in real quick. Each nail, you guys. For the design she wanted, it was a picture with 2 of these hearts on each nail. So if you wanted to, you could go in, you can make some hearts different. If you want to make some hearts different sizes than the other, you would simply just make smaller dots, literally. So you can either go in with a smaller dotting tool for your dots, or just don't use as much polish if you don't have like a variety of dotting tools. So to make a smaller heart, you would just make smaller dots. To make a larger heart, you just make bigger dots. And this is all I did for the rest of the design. So I'm gonna also leave this in real time just so you guys can see. Well, majority of it I'll leave in real time because it's kind of repetitive, but you guys get the idea. I finished with the heart, so now I'm just going in with my, y'all, I don't know how to say it, but the Cupta top coat. This is one of my favorites. I like this one, and I like the eye gel beauty top coat. So I'm just going in, top coating her nails, making sure I get the entire nail, all the side walls, the tip of the nail, everything. You want to make sure you coat and seal everything, okay? Because it's nothing worse than whenever, if you don't seal the entire nail and then the gel starts to peel on the edges and then it picks off, like, that's so aggravating. Now, I have had sets like that personally by other people, and I can't stand that. So make sure you coat the whole nail and let your client cure for at least 60 seconds. I always let them cure it twice just to be on the safe side, and I know that makes them feel better as well. So guys, so now she is drying her other hand in a lamp, and I'm just going in with some cuticle oil. You can't forget the cuticle oil. And I don't rub it in until after the pictures, and you make sure you rub your oil downwards. Do not put it on the nail. I hate people do that as well. So when you finish, I always recommend just take your pictures before you rub the cuticle oil in. It just makes it look glossier. And then once you finish taking your pictures, rub it in, but rub it in downwards. Get it on just the skin. You don't want to put it all over the nail, y'all. So that's the end of this set. I'm gonna have some more videos at the end so you guys can see the final look, and I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. So these were really cute. I'm glad that she came with these and she loved them. So, but again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below if y'all have any specific tutorials that y'all would like to see from me.